Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to London. It's May and that's what I'm going to share with you, a little of life here in London this month. First up, one of the biggest events of the year takes place this month, a royal wedding. Prince Harry will be marrying his partner Meghan Markle today. Now, Britain's renowned for its pomp and ceremony, and normally royal weddings are fine examples of that, and normally they're here in London. Prince Harry's brother got married here behind me in Westminster Abbey. However, Prince Harry is having a relatively small wedding, relative, compared to the wedding of his brother, Prince William. Prince Harry will be getting married in Windsor, which is about 20 miles away. However, I thought I'd share with you how London will be celebrating. It's a beautiful day for a wedding. I'm sure the wedding photos will look fabulous. I'm going to head from here, Westminster Abbey, to Buckingham Palace. We'll see how people are celebrating at the palace. And then I think I'm going to walk through one of the royal parks, St James's Park, and I'm going to watch the wedding from the pub. I'm sure people will be having picnics in the park, and the wedding's been broadcast live, so people will be able to watch it on their phones in the park. So let's first of all head up to the palace. Okay, behind me here is St James's Park, one of London's royal parks, and it's a far more scenic route to walk from Westminster Abbey and the Palace of Westminster to Buckingham Palace. However, it's also a slightly longer way to walk to the palace, and I'm going to walk back that way. And just here on Horse Guards Road behind me is Horse Guards Parade, which is where the Queen's official birthday celebration will be held, and that's what all the temporary seating is in place for. Okay, let's head up to the Mall and then on to Buckingham Palace. So, this is the Mall, which leads from Admiralty Arch, which is there behind me, all the way up to Buckingham Palace, which we're going to head to. And the road is red in colour deliberately. It's the road equivalent of a red carpet. Okay, it's 1 nautical mile from Admiralty Arch to the palace, so let's head up to the palace. Okay, welcome to Buckingham Palace. As you can see, there's hundreds of people here admiring the architecture, although I'm sure some of the tourists didn't get the memo that the entire royal family are in Windsor right now. Okay, as I expected, there are people sat here outside the palace watching the royal wedding on their mobile phones. You can always tell if the Queen, the monarch, is here, because there would always be a flag flying on the flagpole above the palace. However, wherever the Queen is, on the monarch, the royal standard will be flying. So if she's here, it's very different to the Union Jack, which is flying above the palace right now. Okay, I'm going to go and watch the royal wedding. It's on big screens in Trafalgar Square, at the Tower of London and at St Paul's Cathedral. However, I'm going to go and watch it in the pub. I don't think I'll be needing these in the pub. I'll give these to some little kids and go and check out the newly married couple. Okay, I'm going to head through St James's Park, around the lake, and to a little hidden gem of a pub on the edge of the park and watch the wedding. Okay, on the bridge here in the middle of St James's Park, get really good views of the London skyline. Especially at night, when it's lit up. You can see the palace as well. Okay, just behind me is St James's Park, which on beautiful days like today is obviously filled with hundreds, possibly thousands of tourists. Just on the edge of the park is this little walkway here. Now, this looks like the entrance to someone's home. However, at the end is just a set of steps which leads to a hidden gem of a pub. So yeah, we're just a short walk, a few steps from Tourist Central, and it's like a ghost town up here. There's a cutout of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle outside the pub too. Perfect.
From this day forward, for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer,
for poorer,
in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death be
according to God's holy law,
in the presence of God, I make this vow.
I make this vow.
I, Meghan, Harry.
When you start
Coffee. And the wedding's on the TV.
Might be your wedding. She's had to stay there. One day. She's like,
okay, the royal wedding was fabulous. Great little pub to watch it in. The footage they were showing was on the BBC, and they had the subtitles on, and they were probably auto-generated, and they were getting a lot of it wrong. It was hilarious. The pub was roaring with laughter through most of it. But yeah, fabulous wedding. We'll head back into the sun, so I'll see you guys a little later in the month. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sloane Square. This month, one of the biggest events here in town will be the Chelsea Flower Show, which is just around the corner from the station in the Royal Hospital. However, that doesn't start until later in the week. But the whole of Chelsea will be in the spirit of the event. A lot of the shops and stores will be decorated with floral displays. Many of the bars and restaurants will have flower-inspired drinks and food menus. The reason I'm here is each Saturday there's a farmers market at Duke of York Square, which is just here in front of the station, and they have some amazing street food there. One of my favourite dishes is here, and having just drunk a few beers, watching the royal wedding, fancy some street food. The flower show is just down here, the Royal Hospital. I'm here for food. Okay, this is Duke of York Square. There's loads of amazing shops, a few restaurants and bars here too, and Saatchi Art Gallery just at the end. And just in front of the Saatchi Art Gallery is a street food market each Saturday, so let's go and get some food. And then we'll take a look at the floral displays. Okay, welcome to the market. It used to be a lot bigger. They're constructing a big restaurant here. I know exactly what I want from Partridge's store just over there. Yeah, it's an amazing place to spend your Saturday. It's full of people enjoying the sun. Thank you.
I wish I was.
And that's what junk food looks like. Have you ever seen they're absolutely
Okay. This is what I need right now. Some of the best street food in town. Might seem like a funny location. Chelsea. Let's go and take a seat on the grass. Enjoy this. Okay, the grounds of the Saatchi Art Gallery, Jubilee York Square. Duck confit sandwich. Let's give this a go. Today I've gone for onion chutney and hot chili sauce. I already know these are good. Okay, duck confit sandwich was incredible. It always is. Sunbathing was great fun. Just had a quick look around the Saatchi Art Gallery as well. Obviously I can't share that with you. Now let's go and look at some of the floral displays outside the shops and stores of Chelsea. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this visit to London's Chelsea and this little look at Chelsea in bloom. So I'll see you a little later in the month. welcome to Westminster. I'm on Westminster Bridge, and this part of London is home to some of London's most popular landmarks. Big Ben is there beneath the scaffolding somewhere, Palace of Westminster, and the London Eye. I'm going to share with you this afternoon one of my favourite markets here in the centre of town, a street food market. Okay, this is actually, in these tunnels here beneath the street, a great spot for a selfie with big men when it's not clad in scaffolding. It looks phenomenal from here.
I'm walking on sunshine. Wow. I'm walking on sunshine. Wow. I'm walking on sunshine.
Okay, that section of riverbank there beneath the London Eye is where we keep all of the tourists at any given time. This section here, the riverfront opens up a bit more, and there's a lot of street entertainers, some amazing buskers to watch, and some street food. We're going to carry on heading towards the Southbank Centre, and the market is just behind the Southbank Centre. Okay, welcome to the Southbank Centre. I've actually come the scenic route here from Westminster, which is why there's so many tourists along the way, but where we are right now is actually a very short walk. Just across the river, just across these footbridges is Embankment Tube Station and Trafalgar Square, and Southbank Food Market is just here behind Southbank Centre. Okay, welcome to the Southbank Food Market. Great thing about this market is the choice. All of the food is phenomenal. There's just enough choice to make it a tough decision what to eat, but it's not so big and overwhelming. It all looks amazing and the smell is phenomenal. Now I need to decide what to eat. some paella. Gotta find somewhere to sit and enjoy this. Okay, these steps overlooking the market look perfect. Okay, it's great views from up here. Looking over the market, you can see the London Eye. And just here is the bank of the River Thames. So let's try this paella. It's delicious. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this visit to the Southbank and this look at life here in London during the month of May. I'm going to head just down to the bank of the River Thames and walk along the river. So I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!